Um, Good evening, ladies and gentlemen from the UK. I just saw this video that Tom Rabbit uploaded called Profile Pic or Picture Triggers Darth. And it does fucking trigger him, okay? This guy is so fucking unbelievable. You can't make this shit up. You can't, right? He's definitely got a teenage mentality, 100%. He tries to figure this lady out, try to go onto his script, but because he cannot, and I will explain in a minute, he goes in a different tangent, and he obliterates this lady, and she's a god-loving creature. Okay, watch this. Let's go to my main event. Let's go. Right. As usual, my intro, because we had to depict what Darth Dawkins is. So let's go.
Listen to me carefully. The reason why I have to be so assertive is because I have this teenage mentality. Listen carefully. If anyone wants to raise your hand and address the topic of the room, title of the room, you're welcome to raise your hand and come up.
Right, this lady, this avatar, sorry. This avatar or profile picture cat, he gets wind up for that picture.
Go ahead, Kat.
Hello. Okay, so I'm not really looking to. I guess I heard the last person speaking, and I had a few things that I wanted to say on the subject. About atheism, not atheism, agnosticism. If you could 100% believe in God, then you would not have free will. And if you could 100% not believe in God, then you also would not have that free will.
All you have to do to have free will is to have the capacity to make choices.
You have to have.
Well, you cannot make choices on your worldview because they're fixed. Your God has already ordained everything. So in theory, under your worldview, there's no free choices. Period. But hey, what do I know, right?
Have sort of like a 98% belief as, let's say, the max.
Yeah, where did you even come up with this gobbledygook? What you just said is gobbledygook.
Sorry, one more time.
God can make himself known to us, at the same time giving us the capacity to reject it.
Did you hear that right? Did you hear that right? Did this idiot just said that God can make you aware of him, but at the same time you can't? So a higher power or an alleged higher power can say, hey, look out for number one. I'm going to reveal myself to you. And you have got more power than him and says, no, you ain't going to reveal shit to me. Is that what you're saying? Idiot?
That's called the suppression of the truth of in unrighteousness.
You
just made that shit up.
Your voice got very, very quiet. Do you mind talking a little bit closer?
I said God can make us to know that he exists, but that we can choose to reject that. Okay? Now,
you cannot choose. If you've been elected, right? If you're so-called God, and I'm repeating myself, but what the hell? Okay? Because you just repeated yourself. Ordains anything that needs to happen. So you haven't got no saying on the matter, you or anybody for that matter. Is it possible? By definition. Otherwise, it's not it's not all powerful.
Do you believe in God?
Right. This is the key moment, right? If she doesn't, then he's going to launch on his predefined script. If she does, then he has to figure out where she goes with this and see if he can do some trouble to her. Let's see what way he goes, yeah?
So I personally do believe in God, but I also believe that
Which God?
he puts
That question intrigued me because it's a stupid fucking question. According to him, there's only one God. If he says which God, it must be one, more than one by his own admission. Which one? Are there more than one? Are they? Are you that fucking stupid that you're trying to make an argument? Sorry, you're trying to be argumentative. Your typical sleazy response to other people, you are doing it yourself. You are the self-attested projector. Okay? What do you mean, which God? Stupid or what?
control of everything into the world. So
What-
the
what-
same
which
way
God?
he has.
Which God?
Third
So
time.
I'm Jewish, so my concept of God comes from Judaism.
Yeah. What is that a picture of on your profile?
Right. He just switched the subject. He was going to talk about the subject matter at the top of the room. What's that got to do with it? That means because he cannot go on script, he has to go through another fucking tangent. Sorry, my apologies. Okay, and that's probably a control substance. That's marijuana, right? And doesn't matter what her lifestyle is, she's still a religious person. Just put that into consideration, right? And being Abrahamic is the God that it goes before it is the one before his one, because his one is the Christian God, right? So let's see what, because he cannot fight her God, okay, because it's the God of the Old Testament, right, and precedes him or precedes his God. He had to go through another way, which is the sleazy way.
Marijuana.
Enemy spotted. Are you a pothead?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay, so there's an admission that this is no problem. Okay,
Yeah. So you believe in God.
so you believe in God. So what is the image got to do with believing in God? You just wanted to find out if you can corner this lady by this type of controlled substance. Disgusting.
Said you believe in the Jewish God?
Jewish God. Okay.
Yeah, the God of Abraham.
Okay. Do you?
Oh, by the way, do you know that there is no Christian God, right? Your God is always been Jewish. If your God, Yahweh, your God, your Christian God is the main God, tell us, when did he get baptized? Or when did he transition? You know, like you don't like to talk about transvestites or anything like that. So when did your character God transition from the Jewish God to the Christian God? If he has not if he has not made the transition, i.e., your Christian God is the fake one, you had to respect the lady's God.
Believe in one God?
Yeah.
Well, according to you, there is one God only. So why do you answer that? Because you said before, which God? You are being argumentative right now. You are in attack mode.
Exactly. And one God who has control over everything.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. And so you reject the Trinitarian notion of God, where there's one God who subsists of three co-equal persons.
Yeah, but that's man-made as well. That's after the fact, right? That was not made in the Old Testament. Some bullshit asshole made it in the New Testament. So it's fake as well.
Right?
Correct.
Right.
Okay. Now, does your God possess all great men?
Yeah. Your God. When you say your God, you're talking about the Jewish God, the Abrahamic God. which in, by definition is your fucking God. So why are you challenging your own fucking God? Why are you asking an attribute of your man-made God towards this lady? Why?
Making properties which are greater to have than not to have, and to have them to their fullest.
I'm not sure exactly what you mean by that,
Of course not. He's talking out of his fucking ass as usual.
but I'm going to say yes.
Does the God of the
is
Old Testament
everything,
does the
because
God of the
he's
Old
everything.
Testament claim that he has great making properties?
Who cares? Who cares? Because if the God of the Bible exists, it has to be the one that created the world, right? The one in Genesis. Are you, Darth Dawkins, are you arguing against the God of the Old Testament, the one in Genesis account? You don't know what the fuck you even saying. Just just to be argumentative. That's it.
Like to create?
Does your God
Remember, this lady doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. He's not making sense.
possess the quality of love from eternity?
Yeah, of course.
Or does he have to create? Okay, good. Now, being loving is to be other oriented.
What? Being loving is being other orientated. You just made that shit up. As usual.
It's to be relational and other oriented. Whom did God love logically prior to creation?
Prior to creation, nobody. Or can you tell me somebody before that? Were there anybody before creation? You cannot say there was somebody else. Because you don't know that. You were not there. There's nothing written in the Bible that says that God had companions.
How did your God actualize love logically?
Your God. You mean the God of the Old Testament, not your God. It's not her particular God. It's the God that has been taught through the from the Jewish perspective. You disrespectful son of a gun. Even I am an atheist, and I feel insulted by your demeanor to this lady. You should be ashamed of yourself. And I'm going to defend the lady by playing a clip after your fucking rant, right? And this video is gonna be dedicated to this lady cat. I'm gonna return the favor in fucking tenfold. Trust me.
Prior to creation.
I don't know anything that happened prior to creation.
Right, lady, that's a right fucking answer. Neither does he, but he's gonna make shit up.
Okay, so you don't know that your God is loving.
What? You, scumbag, have said that he has revealed it to you in a circular argument by reading the Bible. Okay, so you don't know what happened at the beginning, if he existed or not. Regardless.
Logically prior to creation, that he doesn't possess it as an eternal attribute, do you?
Neither do you. No?
Okay, so your God doesn't have all great making properties.
Why? Not knowing doesn't mean that it doesn't have it. You false equivocating the whole thing. You twisting it.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know that. No.
Correct. That's the right answer, lady. Again. She's been honest. And he's been being a fucking bully fuck. And of course, you can see those two fucking pillocks. Darth Dawkins has got moderation power. And please remember that. He's got moderation power. Right? And what he's going to say afterwards is fucking disgusting. And this enlightened twat. And then this Theo, the two fucking bitches of this pimp. Right? Keep quiet. The whole conversation, keep quiet like a good little boy. Because otherwise, you're going to receive a spank in the ass.
That it's incorrect. I just simply don't know the answer.
Well, then there's no quality. Then there's no quality.
Then there's no quality. Now he's run out of shit to say.
Then to invoke if God hasn't revealed it. So your God is not ultimate. He doesn't have.
Your God is... Oh, fuck it. Oh. He's refuting his own fucking God. He's contradicting his own belief system.
All great making properties. Is that a child I hear in the background?
Who cares? Who cares? We sometimes hear your mother calling you from your fucking basement when she's calling you for your dinner. Oh, I need to go, I need to go, I need to go. Who gives a shit? Respect the lady regardless of what she's doing.
Yes, it is.
And she's been honest.
You have a little child and you smoke pot?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, she smoked pot and she has a little child. She did not say when the kids were there. So technically, because he cannot see her smoking, he cannot infer that she's doing it whilst in the care of the child. Period. So he's a deceitful son of a gun.
And it's medically prescribed.
Get her off the state. Get rid.
Right. This is another thing. Get her off the stage. He has got mod powers, right? But he's got so fucking bad, bad. What do you call it? What's the right word I'm looking for? He's been called out so many times for booting people up, right? That he has to call one of his two fucking minions to boot this lady. He doesn't want to do it himself. I forgot the word I'm looking for now. Okay, he's fucking coward. So he's a liar. He misinterprets his own. He twists his own God. Okay, because the God of the Jewish God or the Old Testament God is not valid. The Christian God is the only one. Surprise, surprise. The Jewish God came before him, before the New Testament. But let's see what happens.
Get rid of her. You're a degenerate. You're
degenerate. Remember that word, degenerate. Okay, why?
an irresponsible parent. Get rid of her.
Right. Listen to that word, irresponsible parent. Okay, irresponsible. I want you guys to ingrain that word, irresponsible parent, because the next clip is relevant to that statement. Irresponsible parent. I'm actually going to stop the fucking video afterwards and repeat the word, irresponsible parent.
It's medically prescribed.
Yeah, right. Yeah, my foot. Yeah, and you glorify it by having it in your profile picture. Get rid of her. That's disgusting. I've raised a number of children. Okay.
You raised? No, you haven't. No, you haven't.
Okay. Parents with little children need to be not only sober-minded at all times when you have children, you have to be consciously aware that they are a danger to themselves even when you are sober-minded. And here she is glorifying pot usage and she has a little child. That is disgusting. When people admit this to me, I no longer want to deal with them. I think this is disgusting.
Disgusting. Ooh.
Yeah, the old medical marijuana excuse.
It could be true. It could be true. So it could be justifiable.
And it's important to be good examples.
Isn't it funny? She says, "Oh, I need it for medical purposes," and yet she glorifies pot in her avatar picture.
Yeah, and you got a fucking fake face. So what's the difference? You are acting in double standards throughout the conversation. Double standard.
You know, being a grown man myself, I know from experience and from other stories that children horrifically injure themselves, get serious injuries, and even die, even when parents are not inebriated, intoxicated, or high.
When they're not even intoxicated, so it doesn't matter.
Because they're just not being conscientious enough, even when they're sober, let alone if they weren't sober.
Yep. That's pretty sad. No wonder we're in the last days.
Che, and you too, stick with that geezer. Right.
Children, age 3, 1.5, and a newborn.
3, 1.5, and a newborn. This guy wants to screw with this lady every 1.5 years, right? Popping children out like it's not fucking tomorrow, right? This lady was the ex-wife of Gary Mill, the STD loser, right? Also known as Darth Dawkins, okay? Baby Darth Dawkins. This guy is a scumbag. This is for you, Gary.
And there was a terrible argument between my husband and I, and we separated for a time. And I thought this was it. I thought, this is it. This is the point of no return.
Right. Whatever the argument, the two of them separated, right? He went somewhere else. But the point is that he had an argument with her, right? And it was due to, according to my sources, he was being unfaithful, right? And this with a newborn child, okay? A newborn child. Probably he was fucking somebody else while she was in her late pregnancy, 8 or 9 months pregnant. He could not fucking wait to put his dick somewhere else's woman and to that effect get a STD. And she was fucking worried. She was worried.
Now, I don't know if it involved another woman.
Of course not. She's got a newborn baby. She cannot have a 3-year-old and 1.5, right? Also a baby. And a newborn chasing you, fucking Gary. What is she gonna do? Fucking go with the baby? She doesn't know. And you are fucking coward. You hide it. But how does she know? Via the STD. That's her witness. Your dirty dick.
We were apart. It was a short time. I never asked, but I never thought during that time that we would ever get together, but we did. We reconciled.
You mean probably he convinced you're bullshit?
And we had 2 more beautiful children.
5 in total, right? You popping out like fucking popcorn.
And I'm not saying it's going to be a happy ending for me. There's been so many struggles. It is really hard to be in a long-term marriage these days. There's just too many temptations on both sides. There's too many struggles. There's financial struggles. There's struggles with children. There have been struggles with illness. There's been struggles raising a child. My youngest has autism.
Your youngest one, which is the latest one, right? All the best to him, right? But the latest one. What's wrong with you, guy? You cannot take care of your own fucking family that you had to run away to your mother's basement. And you let this lady raise your 5 fucking children. 5! That's confirmed from her. Are you talking about this lady Cat? About one single child event? And you putting your fucking dick somewhere else? You are a disgrace as a male. You are a fucking disgrace. Shame on you, bitch.
It is just unbelievable to have these types of things thrown into your life and think that you're going to be one of those few that make it to 25 or past.
25 or past to make it. She is in fear of her life for you passing sexual transmitting diseases. She was afraid at that time. You are disgusting.
So I'm sort of optimistic, but yes, the STD is really a big issue.
Get it? The STD that she encountered with you was a big issue. Gary, you are a bag of double standards. You are lame. You're egocentric. You're problematic. You are narcissistic. You hate women. You attack the weak. And then you got those 2 fucking idiots next to you, yeah, taking it all in. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, sorry about this, but I hate somebody that abuses another person just even for the sake of it. But I think he gets hard on by doing this every single fucking day. Tomorrow is going to be New Year's Day, New Year's Eve, right? And he's still being an asshole at the very end of the fucking year. Ladies and gentlemen, catch you later. We are one of the atheist warriors against scumbags like him. I'll be back soon.